Hi there, you're in the lab with your mate JJ. Today is Interlude. Today's Interlude. In the Interlude videos I do some interesting random digression. I was watching a YouTuber the other day. I think Ali the Dazzling, is it? I'm not sure. He's this cool guy who does mathematics videos. I think he works at NASA or something. Anyway, he was saying if you don't like mechanical engineering, you might like electrical engineering, because electrical's all sort of invisible. That's kind of true, but it's also kind of not true. There is heaps of mechanical engineering to do when you're doing electronics. I mean, building a circuit board, it's a mechanical thing. I suppose, is it mechanical? It kind of is. Does it have to have motors? It doesn't have to be robotic. It's a physical thing, you know. Anyway, I think the point I'm trying to make is, if you're into electronics, inevitably you have to do some mechanical stuff, and that's what we're doing today. This shouldn't be a long video. At least I hope it's not going to be a long video. I'm just going to make a mechanical thing. Now I wanted to show you actually up here in the back. I don't know if you can see that very well. Here what I've done is I've taken a bit of dowel wood that was 307 millimeters, a very specific height, and it buttresses the shelf that the oscilloscope, my Rockwell oscilloscope, sits on a shelf, and I was just a bit worried that shelf might buckle under the weight of the thing. So what I did was I put a bit of dowel between the shelf and my bench here. So there's a bit of dowel that's now load bearing, and it supports the shelf. So I'm not going to have a problem with that shelf falling down. I haven't buttressed that one yet, so maybe that's in the future, I don't know. And of course, when I did this, I realized that there was actually some dead space just here. Can you see that there's this area that was just sort of there? And I've got a container. See how I've got a pen in there at the moment, just in there. So I've actually managed to acquire some extra storage space by hanging a container off the dowel that's buttressing my thing. So I was pretty happy about that. And of course, this bit of dowel is 306 millimeters. I wasn't sure exactly how many millimeters I needed, so I went up the shop and I ordered the piece of dowel, which was actually really expensive. I was surprised to pay 33 Aussie dollary dues for a bit of dowel, but that's what they charged me. But they did cut it for no fee, so that was pretty handy. And I got them to cut me a 305 mil, 306 mil, and 307 mil. And the 307 mil was the one that I needed. So I have two bits about this size that are left over, and I have this monster. So I could use this, I could cut it in half, and I'd have some arnis sticks, right? Like I could get martial arts on your ass with this thing. Check it out. So what am I going to do with this? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me throw you over to the other camera for a second. Alright, well, we're here in the lab. This is me with my big stick, and here's my pile of hooks that I've got. The pegboard, which you would have seen in the background of my videos, and I've got my pegs out, and I found just the one. Let me show you. So I found this. So if I put this on the top of my dowel, which I can show you on this little bit here, if I put this here and attach it to the top of my stick, then I'll have a hook stick that I'll be able to use to pick up on my thing. Let me show you. So back over here with my big stick, if I wanted to get something off the top of my pegboard here, I suppose I could show you. Let me just push that up a bit. If I wanted to get something up there, that's really hard for me to reach. But if I had a hook stick, I could use this and I could just push up there and I could pick up what I want and I could bring it down and it would be nice and safe and I wouldn't need to stand precariously on a stepladder. Sounds like a pretty good idea to me. What do you think? So back over to the other bench and I'll show you what my plan is. Alright, so we're back on the bench, and as I was saying, I found this pegboard hook which looks like it'll do the job, and I just need to secure it to the top of the dowel like this. And in order to secure the bit of dowel that's buttressing my shelf that I showed you earlier, I needed to buy a bunch of these, and they came in a 4-pack, and I used 2 of them. They're just angle brackets. One of them I hammered flat, so I literally just flattened it out so that it was just a plate with 2 holes, and I used that on the top of the thing, and then at the bottom I just used the straight thing, and I did it like this. I had the dowel, and then I put a screw in there and a screw in there, and it just holds it to the bench. So what I was thinking was, since I've got 2 of these spare and a couple of the screws that they came with, I thought I could put this on here like this and then use this over the top like that, and then put the 2 screws in, one here and one there, and then I'll have a very mechanically secure hook thing. And then I'm just going to round it up with just black electrical tape. I'm just going to electrical tape the whole thing together so that it doesn't, you know, hook onto anything or clip or you know, get snagged. So that's the plan. Now I have done this before, but I'm not thinking it's going to be very hard. I don't know. What do you think? Should we drill some holes to receive the screws, or should we just assume that they'll self-tap into the material? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And of course, I have to do this on the big dowel. I don't suppose there's any point making a small hook. I wonder. Yeah, the small one doesn't get me quite high enough to be useful. So I'm going to need the big one. So maybe if I throw you back over to the room, we can do this together. Will I time-lapse it, or should we just do it together? It shouldn't take long. If you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch. So, first things first, I'll clean up the mess I made here. These are just, I was searching my my collection to find the best hook for the job. I'm not sure I got the best hook for the job. I don't know, but I do have a hook, so we'll give that a try. I might be able to get some bigger ones. So these are just my my pegboard hooks. Keep them in this tray or basket. Now let's mark it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get out the old drill bits. I suppose I can show you these on the bench. These are my drill bits, and I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use that one to create a hole for these 2 screws to go into. And I'm going to need my pen. This is a pretty cool long-reaching pen that I have that can put holes, put dots on things for drilling. So I'm going to use this to mark the holes that I'm going to put to guide the drill. So I'll put that that drill bit in my drill here. Now if I let's put that there. There we go. So there's my drill ready to go. And the other thing I'm going to need is my old trusty Bosch electric screwdriver. And I've got a screwdriver bit here ready to go. So I'm going to just put that in there. And then I'll have my screwdriver. So I've got my marker, my drill bit with a drill attached, or the other way around, I guess you could say. I've got all the bits and pieces here. So I'll switch you over to the big view so that you can sort of see me. Sorry it won't be a close-up, but let's do this together. Now I'm not real sure how much space I should leave on the top, but I kind of feel like I shouldn't go all the way. I'm not sure. I suppose there's no reason not to take it to the very top. Let's do it that way. So first things first, we'll get our oh, you know, the other thing I might do, just give me 2 seconds. I just wanted to grab this. It's my vacuum cleaner. I'll suck up the sawdust that I make. Won't be much. Hopefully I don't make too much noise. It's a bit past midnight here in this household, so everyone's asleep except me. I'm here doing electronics projects. Oh, and I finished my coffee. I'll have to go and make more coffee. Will I do that now? No, let's finish the job first. So, here's our thing. And as we said, we're going to take it right to the... Can you still see that? Yeah, you can. I'm going to take it right to the very top with this thing. I won't go past the top, but I'll go right to the very top. I guess we could also put some string as mechanical support around the top bit as well. I don't see any reason not to do that. So this will be our thing. Alright, so let's say that it's there. I'll get my marking pen and I'll put a hole here and I'll put a hole here. Alright, so now I've got 2 holes. So I'm just going to drill at the point of the hole. I just want to confirm that these screws aren't so long that they'll go through the dowel, and they're not. That's good. So we're just going to I need to get some high grit sandpaper. I do have sandpaper, but it's very fine grit. It's for fine work. I have a sanding block, which is here. You know, it's one of those things you put the sandpaper on and you can sand. But I don't have any high grit sandpaper to go with it. But what I do have are my wood files. So this is my weapon of choice. So I'll just take the I'm not sure what you call it, that sort of frayed wood that was left over from when this went through the power saw. It wasn't a bandsaw that he was using. It was a great big circular saw, and it just left sort of some. I'm not sure what the term is for that. You know, frayed wood that happens when you cut wood. I do watch a couple of woodworking channels on YouTube. Subscribe to the other one. Woodworking is not something really I do. I don't have a proper woodworking shop. But I do have a bunch of files, as you can see. So let's get this thing up here. How are we going to do this? It's a bit of a weird angle. Let's see if we can just do it like this. Well, I've probably just made some professional somewhere cry, but this does seem to be working. And the dust sort of just came off into the bin there. So, the next thing to do is attach our bit. So, can you still see everything? Yeah, kind of. So I'm just going to put this on, and put the angle bit on, and then screw it in here. So we'll get our thing. It does have a magnetic tip, so that's handy. Alright. Hey. Alright. Alright, well that bit's in. I mean, it's not fully in, but we'll put the other one in, and then we'll, damn man, how are we going to do this? I'm a klutz. I'm going to pause the video for a sec and salvage this debacle. Back. Sorry about that. And I've managed to lose my thing. Let's try again. I'm going to put that around. How did I get it? I don't know. There it goes. Put that in there. Alright. I think I may have gone too high. I'm not sure if it's an abortion at this stage. I suppose we can just try like this. And if it doesn't work out, we can try again on the other end or on the other side or something. Alright, well I'm going to stand up to finish this. Alright. I don't think this is the right drill bit for this job. I'm going to try with a different bit. I want something that's a little bit smaller and fits in a little bit more snugly. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright, that's going pretty well so far. Alright. Well, it's pretty good. It's a bit loose. I don't know if this is going to go much further. Let's try in here. I don't know. I think that if we just wrap it up with string and then tidy it up with paper towel, not paper towel, what am I saying, electric tape. So I wonder if I can do this way, maybe. Yeah, I'll flip you over to the other view. So here we are on the bench, and here's our tools that we finished with. I'll have to put that drill bit away. So the mechanical, the thing that does is it provides support for this, but what it doesn't do is stop it from popping out that way. So I suppose if we're clever with our string, we can tie this to this and it won't come out, will it? I don't know if that'll fit through there. Yeah, it will. Okay, cool. So if we send that around that way and then back around this way, then we should be able to tie this nice and tight to the thing, and then it won't come off in that direction. What do you reckon? Sounds like a good theory to me. It looks like I'm not going to get yeah, that's okay. Let's bring this around here. How am I going to tie this on? I don't know. Keep that there. Now we've got plenty of string around there. There we go. Tie him up. That looks fairly secure to me. I wonder if there's something smart I can do this way. Yeah, look at that. Alright, looks pretty good. I'm just going to snip that off and we'll tie it together. Tie it up around the back here. What do you reckon? Can you see that? Kind of. Alright. And the Boy Scouts out there are horrified at my knot. I don't even know what you call this knot. It's probably got some derogatory name. Alright, well, can we tie that again? We can. We'll just go around one more time and finish it off at the front. There we go. Now, as I promised, I'm going to fix it up with some electrical tape. The telecom company in Australia, kind of like AT&T or Marbell, it was called Telecom before it privatized. When it privatized, it became Telstra. And the guys who used to do the telecommunications work for Telstra, they used to talk about the Telstra world. The Telstra world. And you know what that was? It was electrical tape. So at least they had a sense of humor, huh? So might as well throw you back over to the big screen while we just finish this up. Just putting some electrical tape around the top here, sort of cover up my my sins. Shall I? Not sure how much I should cover up that tape, that I'm going to use a whole roll of tape on this thing. Just got back from the city. I was down for New Year's dinner with some old friends, and I came home with another date. We're going to catch up again on, I don't know, sometime soon. So looking forward to that. Try to keep my my social calendar as low key as I can, so that I've got plenty of time to make videos. What do you reckon? So there we have it. It's our hook. It's a hook thing. Let me throw you back over to the other thing. We'll give it a try, huh? Alright, so here we are with the inaugural stick hook grabber test. So we're going to go for this thing up here, and we'll pop him up. So there's two there, we just want one of them. Look at that. How civilized, wouldn't you agree? And let's see if I can put it back. Perfect, huh? What do you reckon? So I'll throw you over to the farewell cam and we'll wrap up. And that's a wrap. So that was a cool little interlude, wouldn't you agree? We've got a whole new capability here in the lab with JJ. I've got my new hook grabber thing. This should save me many precarious trips up a stepladder, shouldn't it? So that I can reach the cables that I store up the top there in my on my pegboard. So I hadn't planned to make this, but I had a spare hook. I had a leftover angle bracket. I had 2 spare screws for it. I had a long piece of dowel, so the solution just presented itself. And speaking of solutions presenting them or presenting themselves. I don't know if you can see in the back here, but I have my new 8-port KVM. I don't know if the video's out already by the time you're watching this, but basically I got myself a new 8-port KVM. It was an upgrade on my 4-port KVM, but I had some weird gremlin issue. This was a real cheap bit of equipment. It was 120 Aussie bucks, not very much at all, if given what it can do, but it's only USB 2. Which is fine because I only use it for a keyboard and a mouse, so that's no problem. And it's HDMI 1.4, which is not current. I think HDMI 2 is kind of like minimum these days. I don't know a lot about the HDMI specs. Usually that stuff's plug and play for me. I have found over the years sometimes I needed a better cable, this sort of thing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computers hooked into this guy. That's why I got the upgrade. Previously I only had the capacity for 4, but I had an extra system I wanted to plug in. So I've got my 5 computers working there, but one of them happens to be Trail, which is my it's one of my spare Trail does my cameras over there in the booth. You can see this one here, and there's a maths cam over there, and there's other cams over. There's 3 cams over there, and they all go through Trail. And Trail, oh no, actually I'm wrong. The problem that I had actually was with Verve, which is the computer over here. I don't know if you can see that. That computer, which has the cameras for the lab here, its video card wasn't playing nice with my 4K monitor. Now, would you believe it? This is 4K. I mean, come on, it's tiny, right? So it is actually 4K. It can deliver. It's got a really tiny, fine resolution. And this 4K monitor used to sit up there where you can see that big one that's there now. and I used to use it, and I used to get 4K on it, which was almost unusable because 4K on something this size is just hard to read. I used to just flip most of it up to the to this old one, which used to sit up there. Anyway, the executive summary is I got rid of one of the monitors on my pegboard, which has opened up something that's very, very valuable, and I've got some real estate on the pegboard again. At the same time, if you've been playing along and just watching the videos over the last couple of weeks, couple of months, this new bin system, component drawers, these orange component drawers, if you look, they're all labeled, they're all in use. There's no capacity there anymore. Similarly, if you look at the component drawers over there, very few and far between are the available drawers. They're pretty much full. So what I'm planning to do is get another one of these ones. You see those ones up the back there? They're 33 drawers. They've got a big honking drawer at the bottom, then 32 other drawers, and each of those other drawers can be partitioned into up to three separate segments. So I'm planning to get another one of those. I get it from J-Car, which is a local electronics retailer. 45 bucks they want, and I'm not going to get it delivered because they charge a fortune for delivery. So I'm going to get in the car, I'm going to go down to the shop, and I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to get one of those, and I'm going to put it here. I'll have to jig some of the stuff, which will of course entail moving some of this stuff, so I'm going to need my hook to do the job, and I'm going to put an extra one of those over here and get myself an extra 33 drawers, which I'm sure I'll be able to fill up with cheap shit from China in no time at all. So I think that concludes this video. I didn't need to use my vacuum cleaner in the end. I do still have 2 pieces of dowel about this big. If you can think of anything that I could make with that, let me know. I kind of thinking maybe I could put it in there. Oh no, it's too small for that area. There you go. So of course, just to be clear, this could be smaller. This doesn't need to be quite as big as it is, but that's good. I'm happy. So anyway, I've got some dowel I don't need, but maybe I'll just keep it in the scrap metal or scrap plastic. I don't usually have scrap wood, but I do have scrap metal and scrap plastic, so I'll pick one of those buckets and I'll put this in there. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching, and please remember to hit like and subscribe. Hey again. Look, I was just wrapping up, and I realized I didn't give you an actual visual on the result. So let me put that down here so you can see how things turned out. You can see this is the business end of the hook, and this is just the electrical tape that hides the angle bracket and the string monstrosity that holds this together. But it seems very firmly attached there. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that this is fit for purpose and a nice hack, wouldn't you say? So yeah, pretty happy to have this done. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.